Hey girl, welcome back to Dom Delivers. This is the place where we keep it real, share gems, and talk about life in a way that feels good. I'm your girl Dom, and today we're getting into something that's been on my heart: self love and boundaries. It's a new year, y'all. 2025, we not playing around with our peace or settling for less. This episode is all about taking care of you, knowing what you deserve, and not feeling bad for expecting it. So, whether you got your water, coffee, or tea, let's sit back and just vibe with me. Okay, so let's talk about self love. And when I say self love, I don't mean taking yourself out to brunch, getting your nails done, getting your hair done. I mean, those things are cool, but I mean, it's really how you talk to yourself, how you show up for yourself. How are you treating you? Let me ask you a question. Are you hyping yourself up, or are you waiting for someone else to tell you that you're good enough? Be honest, because here's the thing. If you don't see your worth, how can you expect someone else to see it for you? I used to struggle with that, like, moment of transparency. I used to let shit slide all the time, ignoring my own needs just to keep the peace in a friend group. But let me tell you, once I started taking care of myself, really loving on me, everything changed. Here's a little tip that has helped me along the way. Start your day with words of affirmation, words of like positivity. I'm going to share my mantra with y'all. My mantra is, I'm whole, I'm worthy, and I deserve a love that feels like peace. It's simple, but saying that to myself every day, 365 days, reminds me of who I am. So here's the charge, here's the challenge, here's the ask. Try it out. Write it down. Write something down that feels good to you and say it for the week. Let it be your vibe. And next week, we could check back in and you could let me know how it's been going. If you like what you've been hearing so far, please subscribe. Now let's talk about boundaries. And listen, I know boundaries can feel so hard to set sometimes, but they're not about pushing people away. They're about keeping yourself together. Boundaries are how you say, this is what I need in order to feel good, and I'm not budging on that at all. Say you're talking to somebody new, somebody fine. Y'all been texting all day long. And at first, it's real cute. He's texting you back. She's texting you back. You're like, oh, they're so into me. But after a while, it's like, all right, I need a minute. Life is moving too fast. You need it to slow down. So this is a boundary that you might set. You could say something like, hey, I know we've been talking for some time, but in my evenings, I really can't get back to you as quickly as I would like to. I need to chill. Can I hit you up tomorrow? That's a boundary. And if homeboy or homegirl can't respect that, then they're not the person for you. And to be honest, that's not on you. That's on them. So here's a little gem takeaway. The people who are meant for you may never make you feel bad for taking care of what you need. So it's essential to prioritize yourself, and the ones who can't handle your boundaries, you gotta weed them out. Or essentially, they'll weed themselves out. Here's the charge. Here's the ask. I want you to think about 3 boundaries you need to set this week. Maybe it's with your partner, your friend, or even your family. Write them down and practice saying them. It might feel hard at first or awkward, but once you start, you'll be like, yo, why didn't I start sooner? And now let's talk about green flags, because we're not out here just dodging the bad ones. We're looking for the good ones too. We already know a green flag is somebody who respects your boundaries without acting funny. Somebody who celebrates your wins without feeling like they got to compete too. And most importantly, somebody who makes you feel safe. Story time. So a while ago, I was talking to this guy, and one day he asked me, Dom, how can I support you better? I was like, whoa, you talking to me? He was like, yeah, how can I support your growth? How can I be a better partner? And I was like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. This is the type of energy that I need all year long. And not only me, you too as well. So we need people in our lives who could definitely uplift us, inspire us, make us feel good about ourselves. And look at that. Those are just green flags. So I am encouraging you to not be afraid to lean into the green flags. I know sometimes we're so focused on avoiding the red flags that we're missing out on the good stuff. I really want to hear from you guys. What's a green flag that has you thinking, like, this one is solid? Hit me up on the socials, IG. We don't have TikTok anymore. But you can slide in my DMs or drop a comment and share what do you consider as good energy in terms of a green flag. All right, fam, let's put it all together. Here's a quick rundown. First, we talked about self-love, the foundation, because you got to take care of you. You can't pour from an empty vessel. Give all that you got to yourself. The boundaries. We already know they're non-negotiable. They protect your peace and they help you thrive to get to the next level. And lastly, green flags. We're not out here just avoiding the red flags or the things that don't make us feel good. We are intentionally looking for things that make us feel good and align to our energy. You deserve love that feels good. You deserve love that's easy and peaceful. And most importantly, you feel safe. So before you find that, you got to give it to yourself first. Be safe in your own space and everything else will fall into place. If this episode resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe, share with your people, leave me a message, leave me a review, slide in my DMs, because I definitely want to hear from you. You are the CEO of your own life. Stop, we messed up.